What is up, everybody? To Reverse TV here today. So we're going to talk about Gamespot's most recent post, talking about the average time it takes for the average person to play through Halo Infinite. And they said, well, most likely take around 12 to 16 hours, but if you're a completionist, it would be closer to 30 hours. So we have been getting so many narratives from these Sony guys. These guys are hating because I guess they're mad because they don't got no games for holiday season. But they have put out narratives like this. Like we had the other person a few days ago, the Sony fangirl who says Halo Infinite is a one and done game. While we have the Fruitgate guy, the guy who was notorious for shooting fruit in the Halo Infinite multiplayer, he says this is a linear campaign which is only around 6 hours and 46 minutes. What the F, man? They really gave us the bare minimum. If you are defending this, I'm asking you why. Being a Halo fanboy blind you? Hashtag Halo Infinite. So he used a guy's post who said he beat the game in like 6 hours. So he says he just finished the campaign. All I'm going to say is Halo is back, baby. So he is praising Halo Infinite. Then he shows the amount of time it took him to beat it, 6 hours and 46 minutes. And so this fanboy is using this guy's post as a narrative for this console war nonsense. Then the guy who made this post originally, he responded back to this guy and said, hey, now I speed ran that S on easy difficulty so I could avoid spoilers. On average, it takes around 10 to 15 hours. If you play the game how it's meant to be played, don't use my post for your console wars, freak. So he roasted this guy, trying to use his speed run as like trying to say this is the average length for this game is like 6 hours. So these Sony guys just never win. They take constant L's every day. It's just sad at this point. They are like, at this point, they're pretty much like the what is that? The cartoon show Pokemon when they had like Team Rocket. They used to always try to steal the character's Pokemon and they always lost. They always got defeated at the end of each episode. These Sony fanboys remind me a lot of that group now. They constantly just take L's every single day at this point. So once again, people roasted this guy. And let's read the comments. What people have to say about this guy's ridiculous comment. 6 hours, so basically according to Xbox logic, Halo Infinite is just a Halo 5 DLC? Nice. I know Sony is starving you guys lately, but Halo Infinite offers more than anything Sony put out this year. We'll do the side missions and then play the multiplayer, something Sony forgot how to do. Dude played it on easy and he rushed and focused only on the story. Don't get too happy now. Play the game like it's meant to be played and see if you finish it in 6 hours. I just entered the open world, cleared the first tower. Took me probably 3 to 4 hours collecting and checking out stuff. LMAO, you got ratioed fast. Well, that's just sad. Nice DLC. To be honest, he was speedrunning it, but this is seriously what we're going to fight against is the length. There's something that's a bigger actual issue, like the game not being on disc or physical copies, but no, we're criticizing the length of someone who was speedrunning. Thought they didn't like one and done games. Every day you use a new narrative from Xbox fans. They bash Miles Morales for being short, but when it comes to Halo being short, difficulty and side quests become factors too. I mean, to be honest, any lone game can be short. Like Skyrim is notorious for being a game you put like hundreds of hours into. You can beat that game in a short amount of time. You just focus on the story missions. You can just rush through that game if you wanted to. But who does that? Like you play Skyrim, you want to be fully immersed into that game, into the lore, doing a side quest. You want to be fully immersed into that game. So you can rush through like any open world game if you really wanted to. But who does that? Who would do that though? It don't make any sense to even do that. You just ruin your own enjoyment for the game if you do that. I am mostly a PlayStation gamer and defend this. It's a little shorter than my ideal, but I prefer shorter games. This guy says he's loving the game right now. You miss half of the content and fun, and then you complain it's too short. Kinda Xbox strategy. Xbox fans said it's DLC. Majority of games are super short if you skip side quests and play on easy though. This game is no longer designed to be linear like previous Halo games. I spent 2 hours just exploring and taking out outposts. Must have played on easy and did no exploring. Got questions. Delete this. It's in your actual tweet. No side stuff. That's ignoring a lot of what the game offers. Another post by the PlayStation fanboy that doesn't admit he's a PlayStation fanboy. You know you can beat Super Mario Bros. In like 4 minutes. Does that make it trash? Been in development for 6 years and it's a short campaign. So these guys are just running with this stupid narrative that the game is short. It's like, how many people got to debunk your stupid argument? You got official journalists who are debunking this nonsense that it takes like 12 to 16 hours to beat the game. If you play, like I'm playing on heroic difficulty right now, so it's gonna take around 12 to 16 hours. If you play on legendary, probably take longer. But if you play like on easy, of course it's gonna be like 6 hours. You play on easy difficulty, like people probably die in like 2 shots, like with a pistol. So it's like, what are we doing here? Of course it's gonna be super easy. Like these narratives, it's just funny how they gotta twist these narratives to make Xbox games look bad. This is so sad. This is what happened. No games for the holiday season until February does to these people. All they can do is try to make Halo look bad. Like it's just sad. Play some video games. Jeez. I look forward to the bot damage control. So now people are damage controlling because they're saying that, hey, this game is not 6 or 7 hours long like these people are trying to make the narrative and make the new narrative be now. The same ones who complain about Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart being too short, lol. Well, his information is wrong. No need to damage control. So only an hour longer than Ratchet. Now he says the same length as Ratchet and Clank. Oh, what is it? These guys are ridiculous. Clearly haven't played it yourself. I put in 11 hours and only on mission 7. He was basically speedrunning. You can pretty much skip 90% of some missions. That's level design and sandbox right there. What the F? This game is only 6 hours. That's so effing scummy. It is absolutely inexcusable. So people are legit believing this guy's BS. This game is not 6 hours long. This game, if you play like a normal person, it's going to take you like 10 to 16 hours. Let's see. Did you see the article about them cutting 2/3 of the campaign without stating the game will be a disaster? Wow. So it is sad they are legit putting this propaganda out like this. This is legit propaganda at this point. Like you got a whole bunch of Sony fanboys running around social media saying this game is short. These guys are just ridiculous at this point, man. Like, geez. Everyone is going to buy a PS5 now. 6 hours is not long. Let people enjoy what they like. I wish they would. Just let people enjoy Halo. But no, they gotta trash it because they feel so insecure about their purchase. 6 hours for a linear, the shortest path, LMAO. People want so bad for Halo to be a success. People want so bad for Halo to be a failure. I agree with that one. They really want Halo to be bad. Most FPS campaigns are short, and in context, this person said they sped through it to avoid spoilers and didn't do any side content. So you could probably expect that number to be double, at least 1.5 at least. Halo campaigns have never been overly long. It's just story DLC for the multiplayer, lol. No one even plays the campaign. What? When have people just played Halo games without playing a campaign? Halo is like, most people play for the campaign. I mean, the multiplayer is just that good as well, too. Most people play Halo for the campaign mode. So I don't know. What are these narratives these people are, what are they just talking about? These people are just speaking nonsense at this point. So he says $60 for the campaign, beats $30 for a DLC expansion and next gen upgrade. Still longer than Ratchet & Clank and Sony walking sims. Things Xbox fans will say. Actually, it's around 11 hours for the main story and longer if one does more than the main story. Please stop the cap. Who is playing Halo for the campaign? It's a shooter most people play online. Nah, people play Halo for both the multiplayer and the campaign. It's just that good that people want to play both of them. I'll bite. I beat Halo 3 in 5 hours. Nobody was complaining back then. They could have pulled a Black Ops 4 and given us multiplayer only, but whatever. I mean, there's bound to be all kinds of faults to different people. You're basically playing a 6-hour movie. I don't know. I had fun. Then he explains it once again that he spare run it and don't use the stuff for console wars. Apparently, this was a speed run where he didn't do a lot of side stuff. So take it as you will. How does it feel to always be wrong? They are always wrong and always take an L each and every day at this point. Like, geez. They are not true Halo fans. A true fan will be pissed off at this game and refund it. Maybe gain some context before gatekeeping. They have to do the bare minimum because it's on Game Pass day one. And they have the gall to call Spider-Man Miles Morales DLC the arrogance. The amount of fanboys crying because Halo is ruining Twitter is funny AF. Hope Sony drops something new. Hope Sony drops something for them new soon. Yeah. Hopefully they get something before February. Because these guys are just losing it at this point. Halo has always been a short game. The fun comes from the replay value and trying out different options. Posts like this makes you a blind Sony fanboy. Please look at your pinned tweet before you tweet it. What do you highlight? Pushback on fanboy narratives. But yeah, this guy's one of the biggest Sony fanboys, though. Yeah, it's quite ironic. Ratchet Clank Rift Apart is only around 6 hours too. If you do the linear campaign, you're missing a big part of the fun of the game if you don't do the secondary stuff. It's not the way. The game is giving you a lot of things to do. You don't do them and then complain the game is too short. I'll throw you a challenge. Try finish the campaign yourself on Legendary under 7 hours. He can't do that. He won't be able to do that. Be Legendary on under 7 hours. They're full of crap. Fruit Guy is mad that he got no games this holiday, and it shows that Halo won a Player's Choice Awards of this year. You ever get tired of being exposed for the fraud you are? Cry more. It's like you enjoy being biased. He literally didn't do all the side and open world stuff. And Halos aren't usually long anyways. Okay, so the average, so Halo 3 was like 8 hours to beat. Halo 4 was like 7.5. Halo 5 was 8 hours. Halo Combat Evolved was like 10 hours. Okay. Your ignorance is showing. Nah, you're insane. So it's basically DLC according to Xbox. He just embarrassed you so badly. Ouch. He did embarrass this guy. When you think about it. Because how you going to use this guy post for your fanboy nonsense? He says, hey, I spit run it. Don't use my stuff for your nonsense. It's appalling how pathetic you are. You ponies made this too easy. Effing idiots. Context, you clown. Don't you ever learn. They never do at this point. So I'm going to conclude it right here. I don't know how much more this guy can get roasted before he just stops all this nonsense, but they just keep going. Like I said before, like those Team Rocket villains, they're going to blast off again and again and keep losing daily on a daily basis. Keep taking L's on a daily basis. So I definitely want to see your thoughts about this guy right here who tries to say that Halo is around 7 hours long when the guy who he tried to make the post based off of says, hey, it's not that long. And even GameSpot says it's not that long. So who are you going to believe? These people or believe this Sony fanboy? Let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.